Welcome back, everybody, to Warriors of the Rainbow Spiritual Guidance YouTube channel. As always, my name is Jason, and I will be your guide. Bear with me, you guys. I am a little tired. So you're going to notice that I'm probably a little, well, I mean, I'm not too bad, but I'm definitely tired. So just bear with me. I see one of you guys are already here, which is cool. I'm expecting there to be more, as it's kind of been the pattern. But regardless, it doesn't matter how many come. The message is being received um, from others anyway, and that's the point. That's what really matters. So, hold on, I just got an email. Okay, tonight I am going to do a. This is going to be whoever has not here for the live will, you'll see it in the description, right? So you already know it's a spiritual ascension reading that I'm going to be doing. I have to share with you guys some channeled messages. I was hoping, may wait a second to see who comes on um, and see who doesn't, right? I should have, I did post it on Facebook. I think I might actually start going live on Facebook at the same time on my phone. Regardless, I'm definitely starting to reach more people, and I expect to reach more people this way. What's up, Amber? Welcome. I'm glad you made it. I'm expecting some other people to come, but it may be a few minutes. It's actually been the pattern, right? So like, it takes like 5-10 minutes for everybody to get on. But regardless, I don't. There we go. There's another one. So this is going to be a spiritual reading tonight. It's going to be an Ascension spiritual reading. And I'm going to share with you guys some messages that I actually received today that are very powerful. And it's actually going to start. I'm going to be soon starting to talk about the gathering that I have been given this vision and the power that you guys actually have. Because the world is twisted in their views, and Spirit's really laying it on me to tell you who you are and who we are and who we all are. It's deep, and I'm asking that you guys be in a receiving state to use discernment. Do not take anything that I say as truth without bringing it to your higher self and within yourself. Don't jump to conclusions without letting me finish what I'm going to be saying here, because it's huge. And you guys have a part in this because you're also the same spirit that is speaking through the mouth of out of my sacred heart is the spirit that is in you. There is only one, and we all are that one. It doesn't matter if it's Elon Musk. It doesn't matter if it's Jason Gammon. We're all one. There is no battle of good versus evil, because a house divided against itself cannot stand. Spirit does not fight himself. He doesn't. Everything is working by his plan, her plan, her plan. We are not, we are the ones that are creating the chaos. We are the ones that are making things out to be something that they're not. It is not spirit. And the people that are doing it, they're still spirit. That essence is in them, allowing it. And today it got put on my heart like heavy. Spirit says, I am here to gather those who have gone astray, those who are sick and are in need of a physician. This is right out of the Bible, but it makes sense with any spiritual teaching. If you are awake and you're aligned to your higher self, to your Godhead, to your essence, you are the catalyst to help heal the world. You are the tool and the vessel for spirit to bring healing to the world. That's what you are. You are no longer needing to be in a state of fear. You are no longer needing to worry about any worldly thing, because everything you need is provided. You're going to be everything you need is going to be given to you. And everything you want, actually, if it's aligned to love, is already in your fingers, right in your hand, if you believe it. And what Spirit's showing me is people don't believe in anything. Their faith is so small. They don't understand that they're miracle makers, that we could gather together in one spirit, in love. It has to be in love because that is the essence of God. And we could literally shake the earth and change the paradigm forever. A group of us can cause this huge transformation to happen all over the world because it's love. Love is the essence. This is what creates and holds everything together. It is what consciousness is. It's love. There is nothing outside of light. There is no darkness. Because even black, the color black, is all the colors, the rainbow spectrum in one. That's what black is. Everything is light. And you can keep going into light. Kind of think of like this. You remember the movie Ant-Man? And when he goes into that suit, right? And he shrinks himself down. That's the light. It's never ending. And it goes so far that people don't even understand. So Spirit said you're here for one reason, and one reason alone. You are here to heal those who need healing. And the only cure for this and for all your brothers and sisters, whether they're considered your enemy or whatever, is love. It's love. And the thing is, what is love? Because I'm also being shown that we don't even know what love is as a culture, as a species. We don't. And it like I look at like animals, right? And how they roam in packs and they just, how they ride together and they don't leave one behind. We're not like that as a species. We are, right? So the people that are awakened and they have the essence of love, their sacred heart is opening or opened, right? They are in that frequency. So they do care about their fellow man. But I'm going to be honest with you. There are many who claim to be in the light, right? Because they are anyway. They just don't see it. They don't understand what I'm talking. Some of you guys might not even get this, and that's okay. It will be revealed. I know what I'm speaking about. Spirit is in you, and it brings me like to this, right? It says the faith of a mustard seed is all that you need. That's it. Just a tiny little piece of faith, right? Well, imagine if you have a whole bunch of people in each other's energy field with a mustard seed and they just collide, right? It's going to be a huge seed that comes. Well, that's what's coming, and I know it is. So Spirit wants you guys to really start introspecting and looking the way you're looking at the world, because there is no good versus evil, guys. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you, we are creating the energies that are actually the demons, because the word demon, where it actually comes from is Greeks. It's a Greek translation of the word daemon, and it actually meant the supernatural abilities of God. And where it came from was back then, there were people who had special abilities like psychic, clairvoyance, things like that. And they labeled them as evil because they didn't understand that essence. They didn't understand it. They didn't get it. And they labeled it evil. That's what a demon is. So, and it takes research to figure this stuff out. But really, the research that needs to be done is going within your own heart, because you carry the sacred heart on you. And this is definitely what Spirit is putting on my heart. We are here to shift the paradigm back to unity consciousness. And what does that unity word mean? Unit, one, unity, togetherness, no separation, all is one. The Alpha, the Omega, the first and the last, the one, the all. That's you, and that's everything in the world. Everything you see is consciousness. It is alive. It's energy and it's spirit. Spirit, the word is best for spirit would be energy. Okay? And what I'm also being shown is when we operate in the lower state, we are creating an energy field. Then that energy field is going out into the collective field and is what's making our collective reality. So when people are saying, well, we have all this stuff that is like these lower vibration things happening, yeah, it's because we're believing in that paradigm. And because we believe in it, we are then pressing it into the field. And since we are spirit and we are being given the ability to manifest, we are manifesting that in the collective reality. And that is the truth. And that is, I'm tingling. I know I'm channeling this, you guys. I was hoping there was going to be more people on here, but that's okay. They're coming because I'm not going to stand back anymore. I have to get this out. I know what I'm being shown. I know who I am. Another thing, we are angels. A lot of us are that. Uh, a lot of us are not from here. From here, we are, well, it's so hard to explain. I guess I can't tap into that yet because they're still working some things out, right? I have to still get somewhere to get that information. But what I was shown today is there are angels here, and there are the people. They're us. We're the angels. That is the truth. The four angels represent the four elements: fire, water, earth, and air. Right? So there's something there, and there's a gathering that's going to take place. It's going to be miracles that have all spiritual teachings, in all religions, they talk about it. They talk about it in Hindu, and they talk about it in the Buddhist tradition, about these ascended masters that could do crazy things, these divas or whatever they called them in India, that had this wisdom of consciousness. They had the wisdom that could do miraculous things that we can't do anymore. Well, guess what? Our children is that generation. They're the ones that came in with these abilities, and it can be seen if you have kids that are under the age of 12, anywhere from 2010-ish, right? Anywhere around 2012, I would say around that time, and even a little bit before. Our age, um, we are the forefront of those. We're supposed to be guiding them. We're supposed to be showing, getting them to the place so that they're in a good spot to make these shift and these changes in the world. So we have a vital importance to help our kids raise our kids in the light, right? But the thing is, you're not going to be able to not to, because they're not going to allow it. They're very conscious. Their consciousness is higher than ours, and I've been shown that. But we're here to do this mission, you guys, and we're here to heal this land. And how do you heal the land? Well, we need to stop propagating the old energy and the old paradigm. We need to stop believing in this battle of good versus evil, because there is no unity consciousness with that. That is separating. That is the separation. There is no light versus dark. There is polarity. You are energy, like a battery. This is you. You can create the positive or you can create the negative. But what you do is creating a frequency that is going into the field. You can drain Gaia, right, and keep her in a lower state, or you can lift her up with love. You are Gaia. You are spirit. That's what we are. We're the intersector. We intersect. We are her. We are him. We are it. We are all. And I hope you guys are. I know you're going to get revelations. Many of you already have, but I'm telling you, be aware. There needs to be discernment when you're going into these spiritual teachings. Do not just take anything anyone says. Don't even take what I'm saying to you for anything. I want you to go within yourself, because there's a bunch of hogwash. There is old energy paradigms being carried over into new age teachings. It's just trying to refilter the old and make it better. That's all that's happening, you guys. And I'm being shown this, and I know that I'm on point. I know it. I know what I've been shown. I know what I've seen. If any of you guys haven't watched my introduction video, you'll understand once you start hearing my journey that there's no doubt that I'm being led and I'm here. Like, I witnessed my own death 6 months before I died. I had a dream and everything came to pass. Everything, including the hospital that I went to, the appointment that I had in the dream, which was then the old man that I saved out of there. It was me. I saved myself. My God essence. And God, that essence even said, what? I had to do something. You weren't going to save us, right? In that dream. I really recommend watching that. You're going to understand. I've also seen my guide in human form. So I know angels are operating in human bodies. They can do that, right? But we can too. The fallen angels, hello. We forgot the power we have. We were shut off for a reason because there was some type of battle, that there was misusing of the God essence. There was misusing of consciousness. The things that we used to be able to do, they got misused. And then when they got misused, some type of chaos. I don't have all the answers to that, but there is something that went. But here's the thing, and I'm receiving that. It all happened for a reason. Just Spirit's telling you, I am everything. So why are you sick? Why are you not seeing that I am in control? There is no death. You don't die. So why would, maybe this is a learning experience and all this evil that's happening is supposed to, right? Maybe this is a school for angels, and you have to remember your identity here. So we are here to shift this because it has gotten off balance. I know Spirit is showing me this, but you can't shift it unless you shift it in your own self. As within, so without. We are literally creating a reality. You guys, we're the architects of Gaia. We're the architects of this place. We could literally meet, say we had 10,000 of us conscious beings in one spot. I'm telling you, we can cause amazing things to happen. People will come in and everybody that's sick with disease will walk out healed. They will not be able to hold the light will be shining. The love frequency will be shining that nothing could, all the lower energies, that's what disease is. It's lower energies that we've allowed attached to us. We are creating that. All disease is created by the host, by the person. Believe it or not. It's not created by them. It's not. Because even if you're in a high vibration of the state of love, it doesn't matter. Nothing can touch you. It's when you can't be affected by the lower energies unless you are in the lower energy. That's the truth. So when you are, it's because there's something in you that needs to be released. There's a way you're looking at things, or it's so deep, you guys. Like, it's deep. But we are spirit, and we're supposed to be awakening our own consciousness, or we're supposed to be waking to this stuff. And it's hard. The world, the systems, the way they've created everything, right? Where we have to survive. But no, you don't. You guys, you don't have to survive anymore. You don't have to be worrying about how you're going to get your pay. Just believe you're going to get it, and you're going to get it. How rent's going to get paid? Oh, it gets paid all the time. It's getting get paid. Everything is going to be okay. When you start not believing, oh, E with little faith. Well, I guess I'm going to have to make you believe. So I'm going to give you stuff. I'm going to make you work harder, and everything's going to get taken care of. You're just going to wear yourself down more when you could have just said, oh, it's that easy. I just got to accept and let everything, right? A lot of people are focused on material gain, on, things that have no value. And I'm just as guilty in my life. I'm not perfect, man. I had to go through this. I'm not saying that I did not go in the darkness, because I probably went the lowest of the darkness than most people I know. And I mean that. It's because I came in a low. I came here. Here's the thing. Those that have come here to speak these truths and to do these things, they came in here with so much love in their heart that in order, when they had to go so low in order to experience and ground their energy here, to ground that essence, to be able to last in this place, because their vibration was so high that it was hard to keep that density down, right? So in order for those people to be here, they had to be born into drug addicted families where a lot of abuse, sexual abuse, traumas, to lower the energy field to a frequency that would be able to keep them here. That's the truth. Now we've gone beyond the precipice. Now the energy shifted because we came in, we've started to do changes. I've gone through all that stuff, and now I've gone through all this pain and all this suffering, but guess what? I never did. I never hated my fellow man. I don't hate. I remember as a kid when I used to like get mad at my mother, right? And I was abused. I don't really remember my mother abusing me, but my father and the uncles and burned with a pot pipe at 3 years old for taking a freaking cookie. I just remember having no sheets, no toys. I remember stuff, right? But I remember being dropped off at foster care at 4 years old with a little wind-up stuffed bunny and so confused that I'd cry myself to sleep because I had so much love for my mom, and my father. Even though that was going on, I still had this love in me that was different. I could never explain it to people. I was called sensitive, and up until I was pretty good with the ladies when I was in my high school because I was kind of just I was really sweet. It wasn't until I got into drugs that freaking I could become not so sweet, right? But I came out of all that stuff, and this is you guys too. You're coming out of it with your heart intact, and you still love your fellow man. I have even all these people they claim is evil, all this propaganda, and I'm telling you guys, most of the stuff you listen to and people are talking about, instead of doing the inner healing work and doing the spiritual stuff, they're focused on Elon Musk and this freaking shot. That's their plan, and that's what they're trying to do. And why are people watching the news when they know it's propaganda? It's the same thing they did in World War II, which I will tell you was also an orchestration. It was also a big old play. Everything is not what you think it is. Spirit's love. So just answer how much you think Spirit's really going to allow it to happen to his people, to those that are awake. It's propaganda, you guys. It's called a movie because it moves you. Move you, right? E-Y-E is you, move you. You guys, it's time for us to introspect, to really look at things. And I'm going to tell you how you get truth and how you tap into spirit. There's this easiest way to do it. You ready for it? I know nothing. Nothing. The moment you believe and you say, I know nothing, spirit, and you truly know you know nothing, because you don't. The moment you do that, guess what? You will start getting blessed by spirit. Because spirit blesses the children. Those that know nothing but are ready to receive it all. Ask and you shall receive. Well, nobody's asking anymore because everybody seems to know all the answers. So that message is powerful, you guys. And I'm going to share with you guys soon about this gathering. I know where it is. I already know. I've known for a while. It was given to me in jail when all this other stuff was happening. And it's because of there's ancient land. This is the ancient land. The United States is the ancient land, just so you know. It is not over there. That is not that's not. That is their created history. Where is everybody gathering? Where is most people coming? Remember, spirit's protecting a certain place. And how can you recognize that place? Well, it's going to be very diverse. Many people want to be there. Where's the Schumann residence right now, you guys? Where's it off the charts? It's not over there because I've been watching it. It's over here in the United States for a reason. And I mean that, you guys. Like, I know, but look at the names of the cities. Look at the names. Arkansas, right? Which is the second biggest crystal reservoir in the world, right? Ark. Don't you need a saw when you create an ark, right? When you build an ark, you need a saw to cut the wood. Oregon Trail. Well, it's funny. The Oregon Trail goes right to the California redwood trees, which would be big logs to make an ark. Huh. Oh, wait, Utah. Put a J in front of Utah. You got Utah. You got Salt Lake City, which is the Sea of Galilee. You got the Colorado Springs, which is the springs. All they did was they took the scriptures of the native people over here in 1611. They took that scripture, brought it over there, had it translated, and then switched up and made it their religion, when all reality it was actually a story, a bunch of stories passed down through native tribes and ancient beings from over here, and they just made it into the religion and then brought it back over here. And then there's even truth, there's even lies in that story too, because I have started receiving information that there was a whole bunch of different people over here already. So it's just, but I am not going to go there. Just I know nothing, and Spirit's been giving me answers. It is time to trust in Spirit, to trust Source, to know that you don't have to fear nobody or nothing. You don't. And if you feel you need to, guess what? Then you do, because it's the fact that you're creating it. That's why. We are sabotaging relationships, partnerships, job opportunities. We are literally sabotaging the world by our propagating of the old paradigm and the fear that we create in our own energy. We're creating energy. We're creating it. So it's deep, but science is going to prove it real soon. It's if they haven't already, not telling us. We are creating the field, you guys. We're putting it out into the field. Like when they did the atomic bombs, which to be honest with you, man, I'm starting to wonder I am really starting to question everything. Truly, everything. Because I look back and I look at all this stuff we were taught. Why would they even create a school like that to create all this history? And then we find there's these lies, but then we're still going into their own systems, Google and all their libraries, and still claiming that what they're telling us is truth. I don't know about you guys, but when somebody lies to me, I have a hard time believing anything else after that. So all I'm saying is Spirit is trying to show you that you are the answer. You have the keys. You are the key. And anything you want to know, you don't have to go to no damn library. You do not have to go to YouTube. You just got to sit, meditate, open your heart up, and ask. And you will receive an answer. Guaranteed. But the world we have been created to be in this freaking go, 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 never get to take time with Spirit. We don't get to sit back. We don't get to be in peace. We're always in fear. We're worrying about how rent's getting paid. We're worried about this and this and this and this. Our minds are never present. We're always thinking about something, the past, the present. We're never present. And oh yeah, and then I also wrote down some other stuff too about how there is no such thing as time. Clearly, you can see that anyway. We are living past, present, and future, because we imagine pushing yourself out and everything just right, snap of a finger, right? So everything's there. You could literally slow yourself down. So I can't. Some of it's hard to tap into. That's all I'm gonna say, because it's beyond my language. I don't have the intellectual language to even speak that message to you guys. But let's get into a message. Welcome, you guys. Thank you for coming. Can we please get those likes up? You got 6 people. I should get 6 likes. I am tired, you guys, and I'm sorry I don't come off. I'm not coming off like I am passionate about when I receive information like this that is really earth shaking, people to the core, like waking people up information. I get very passionate, and it's because I love people, man, and I want them to see their beauty. I want them to know their power. I want them to know they don't have to be scared anymore. Death has no sting on me. So what are you scared of? Right? Death is a blessing, man. That's true. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to do there'll be Ascension reading. I'm going to start off with the Akashic Tarot. I've only used this deck the last time. This will be the second time that I've used it. When I saged the room right before I came on, I saged a room, the ash, the cherry. It's already been a half hour, so I really got into that message deep. Apologize, guys. But that the cherry, I saw a broken heart. It was a broken heart, and as I kept blowing on it to make it smoke more, it went and formed back into a whole heart. So hearts are healing right now, you guys. All right, spirit, guides, angels, ancestors, guardians, ascended masters, all higher light energies, please show my beautiful soul family and anyone that comes across this message what you want them to see. Spirit, what messages do you have? Watch it. The message will probably come right through the cards anyway. I'm gonna get bet on that one. All right, let's get this thing going. So I'm gonna start doing some fun things to you guys to get this to get more live people. I'm gonna try to figure out how I can get like a bunch of people on here and we can have some fun. I'm gonna figure out something. But right now, it doesn't matter. It's the way it's supposed to be. It's perfect. Man, whoa. These cards are like sticking. All right. The Eight of Forces, the Lightning Bolt. This is the life force energy, right? The King of Forces. Oh, I got two cards here. All right. So the King of Forces, the Akashic Library, and then the Five of Roses, which is the Garden in reverse. Okay. So let me just sit on this for 2 seconds here. Look at the bottom. The light of the world. Thank you, Spirit. The light of the world, you guys. Spirit's going to show you this message in this right now. Honestly. Look. You are the light of the world. You are the connector from spirit to matter. You are the holder of the light. You have special abilities and powers to heal. How do you do that? You heal that by being the king of the force. Right? Luke, let the force be with you. The king of the force, man. You carry that energy. You love. Love is the force, you guys. What is love? Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is long-bearing, long-suffering. Does not envy. Does not boast. Love's not worried about being right or wrong. And I'm guilty, man. There's people that this stuff that I've been getting, it's made me look and like putting attachments and expectations on situations, on people, not even seeing those people for where they're at on their journey. When I did, but I was putting myself in front. Why am I any better? Why do I get to dictate the way things go? That's not how it works. And the moment we start trying to dictate things, we just ruin and sabotage them. That's it. The control. That is the reptilian mind. That is the reptilians running the world. They are stuck in the control mind. They're lost in the lower state of mind. But you guys, you're in this energy right now. This message is trying to tell you that you need to hold it. It's your Akashic records. It's being activated. This full moon is what I'm getting, is caused something to be activated or remembered. There's a remembering that happened, you guys. Okay? Now, how this Five of Swords, I believe it would be swords. No, the roses. I don't know what the roses would be in this deck. I'm guessing cups, probably, right? I would think. Let me check. Because what I'm getting by this is it's the garden, right? So this is air, because the garden would be mental, right? Your mind is the garden, right? You got to root out the root. You got to root out the weeds. The weeds. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, it's probably be a long reading, guys, but you know what? You can watch it and stop watching if you need to and watch it again. I'm just going to go with the flow. Because if I don't, then I'm trying to control things and worrying and putting that fear out there, and I'm not going to. Screw that. Done doing that crap, man. All right. Where the heck is it? What? How does it do that? Urgh. Okay, here we go. The Five of Roses, the garden. This is in reverse. So the reversal may reveal that one or more of your children or significant children in your life are having some difficulties. This situation isn't easy, and those involved may be playing the blame game. Okay. When it's saying children, it's spirit speaking. And what I just was saying, people blaming each other, right? Playing the blame game. Yes, all souls are equal. But the problem is we don't treat others as equals. And we're all guilty of this. Every single one of us are, in some level, at some point. Especially those that are closest to us. Believe it or not, those that are closest to us are actually the ones we treat with less love, to be honest with you, because we project our stuff more onto them more. But we're here to love everyone and with no fear. We don't have anything to fear, you guys. We don't have to stand our ground and fight and be right anymore. We don't. It doesn't matter. If somebody needs to feel they need to be right, it's a trauma in them, and we need to start seeing it from a higher perspective and let that happen. Give them space. Wait, there's a timing. But if somebody is trying to like argue with you and then you're arguing back, all you're doing is propagating you're essentially putting more fire on a fire. What does water represent, right? It's the emotions in the tarot cards. How do you stop a fire? With your love. You put an emotion on it. Put love on it. All right. The light of the world. We already know what this is. So you are the light of the world. It's time that we light that light, man, and keep that light burning. Loving elementals. Wow. That's the 3 of roses. This would be the 3 of cups, right? So, and what's sticking out to me, these little fairies, right? And this little kid. Spirit wants you to be a child again. Spirit wants you to get out and see that there's so much in the world that is for you. There is nothing against you. And the moment you have that aha moment and you realize that anything you want is at your fingertips. Figuratively, I'm not saying like, hey, I want a Ferrari, No, that's not what I mean, you guys. That's nothing. That's just plain old steel and crap. What I mean by that is like, if you're yearning to have solid connections, right? Like, you're not chasing money, you guys. You're chasing what money can do for you, what money provides, and what that feeling gets from that. So we got to change that perspective, right? So when you're asking for things, what are you asking for? Spirit, I need more money so I don't, so my rent can get paid and blah, blah, blah. So now you're asking Spirit for something that he's already going to give you. So now he's like, oh, so now you don't believe I'm going to pay your rent and I'm going to provide for you. You're asking for things that I'm already giving you. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. It's all about what you're asking for, too. It really is. Set in your course. So this is another 3 energy, man. This is, so you're being guided. It is the love in your, okay, thank you, Spirit. So everybody's talking about the law of attraction. I see these teachings, right? Oh, it's about your thoughts. You got to have your thought. You got to just think positive and it will come. No, that's hogwash. That's crap. That's not the truth. That is not the truth at all. The law of vibration is linked into the law of attraction. What is actually manifesting is what is in your heart. It's the heart vortex is what manifests in front of you. Your mind pushes what your heart wants away from it. Because your heart sends out the vortex to suck things in. Your mind sends out the frequency to push things away. If that makes sense. I hope it does, because I know what I'm being shown. That is the truth. But you're being guided onto a path. You're now this shift that's happened. Like I said, there was a shift that actually your Akashic records, you pulled on the Akash. The collective did on those that are doing the healing work, those that are trying to connect to their higher self, to spirit, right? That's who I'm talking about. Not everybody's going through certain things, but they're playing their part too. There's a big it's going to be quite amazing what's going to happen, you guys. I just see, do you not notice that you have more people talking about evil than you have anyone talking about the beauty in life? Right? You see it all over. It's like the news, it's on Facebook. It's like, oh my God, Brad Pitt and Angelina. Oh man. Like, who cares? What about, hey, like, there was like this mad homeless people that got fed today, or like, you know what I mean? Like, where is the love? Like, why are we spending our time and our valuable life force energy that we're supposed to be using to shift the paradigm and to bring love into the consciousness, but we're spending our time on some pointless activities, man? And I'm talking to myself too, you guys. I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to me too. I'm not saying I'm any better. I'm just as guilty. But when I speak it to you, I speak it back to me. Right? You're like rubber. I'm like glue. Anything you... Oh, how does that say? Something like that? I love beautiful sunsets and sunrises. And, I could just live in a freaking camp. Honestly. Oh, man. I really want to get an RV. I actually envision this. It will be a mobile, I don't know. It'll be a mobile healing sanctuary, or like, I don't know. I know the name of it already. I just don't know what you could actually call it besides a healing sanctuary. A mobile healing, right? It's going to be called Angels on Wheels. And from the east to the west, the angels are going to sweep in, and we're going to raise the consciousness. We're going to just love everywhere we go. Love, 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 love. I don't care. Oh, what? You're a drug addict who, you don't take care. I don't care who you are, man. You need food, you need clothing, you need love, you need whatever. I don't care what you've done. You could murder, rape, steal. I don't care. I don't. And people say, what? I see things as the Father, as Spirit sees things now. So I can't hold nothing on nobody. I can't. Because it isn't them. Not their essence, not who they are. Ooh, the treasure. I feel, so you're setting forth on this journey. This shift that's happened is like, it's coming. Like, I don't want to explain it. It's like a magnetism that is now pulling you. You're going to see it. Things are going to start coming towards you very quickly, right? It's because you're being pushed to this treasure. You are the treasure. It's in you, and you unlocked it. It was in your Akash the whole time, actually, is what I'm getting. Look, and it's causing a birth and an initiation of Saint Germain's, what is that? Violet flame. You guys are probably even seeing it in your meditation. I believe you guys are. Okay, so the summer and winter. I've been getting information about fall and gold, and something to do with maple leaves and leaves and how they change into gold. And it's like alchemy, right? It just brought me back to alchemy and how like base metals get turned into gold, and it's how we change our feelings. So this summer is the launching pad to what is going to land in the winter. Well, fall, winter is what I'm getting. And I've been getting it for a while. Yep. I can't make it up. Wishes fulfilled. That's what I'm talking about. So you're being prepared right now. You're being prepared because you have a super high calling, you guys. Many of you do. Those that have done the work. I can tell by talking. I can see by the way you react and say things. I know. Okay? So spirit knows. No matter what, everybody is spirit. So everybody's on a path. There is no better or worse. There is no right or wrong in the sense that there's a higher and lower. Yes, there is. And if you're propagating a lower into the energy field, if you're focused on worldly things and, not like thinking about yourself in a light of love, right? If it's not love first, and it's more selfish, me, well, that's going to tell you right there. It's not supposed to be. Yes, it's going to be me, yes. But it's not like, hey, every person's an opportunity for me to gain from. And that's how, I was a drug addict. And I wasn't like that until in my 20s when I got really deep into drugs. And then I had to survive, right? So I got into a survival state. And then it was like, how can I make money off this person? So I've lived both sides. I get it. I'm not saying you're a bad person if you're in that state either. I'm saying there's just healing that needs to be done. All right, I'm being guided to go into this. Oh, get that after. I want to use that Sacred Light deck first. Okay. Yeah. All right, we're going to go into Sacred Light Oracle. We're going to see what's going on with some of these energies. I hope this message is impacting you guys because it is a very powerful message if it's received. And I know there will always be a few that will take what's for them and leave some, you know what I mean? There are going to be, I get it all the time where people try to tell me, oh, no, the devil is real and there's demons everywhere. And I get it. I see where they're at. I've been there. I used to go around and say, you don't believe in Jesus? You're going to hell. You're going to burn. Oh, I don't care if you, if you're really good to people and you love everybody. I don't care, man. You don't believe in Jesus? You're going to hell. I mean, I still can't believe I used to be like that, but I did. Yeah, I'll admit it. I can't tell, are those like angry, they're laughing faces or angry faces? Oh, they're laughing. Okay. My screen, I guess I'm a little tired, man. My sleep schedule's been off for a while, and every time I start getting it back onto some type of schedule, I end up screwing it up. I'm glad it resonates with you, Dave. It should resonate with everybody, actually. And those that, but here's the thing. It challenges people's beliefs, man. What I'm speaking is challenging your beliefs. And I want to share something, another thing, and I'm receiving to share. You are so powerful that what you believe manifests. So if you are believing that you have to, I'm going to give you an example, right? You're a kid and your mother tells you the house is haunted that you're living in, right? So your mother put that in your head, or, okay, we don't even have to go to your mother, right? You're watching TV, you're watching horror movies, and now you believe this in your mind. Well, what you got to understand is the law of belief is the main law to manifestation because it's faith. Belief and faith are kind of coincident, they go together, right? If you believe it, you're having faith that it exists. Once you believe something, you're actually going to manifest that into your reality. You will manifest something to happen in your mind because how do you think psychedelics work, right? It's releasing a chemical to cause something to manifest, and that's the truth. It's changing the reality in front of you. And I'm sorry, guys, but a lot of things. What's up, Shakti? I hope you had a safe trip. I would recommend watching this whole reading. I mean, it's kind of a reading. I've read like 10 cards. It's mostly a channeled message that I've done. Very powerful one. And I'm going to be honest, it may shake some things to your core, but it's supposed to, and it's good stuff. Trust me, it's good. Well, you don't have to trust me. I don't even want you to take anything I say for truth. I want you to go within and ask your higher self and ask spirit to show you, because I had to do that myself. When I started getting these revelations, it like, whoa, how do you tell people that are so deep into this belief system? How do you tell them there is no devil? There is no demons. There is no evil beings in the sky. There isn't. That's all a misrepresentation of what's actually happening. You are creator. So what is happening is you have the ability to manifest. You will manifest your reality based on the laws of the universe. You will manifest demons in your mind because if you believe in it, now you have to push it out there and it will come. Now, is there a higher and a lower energies? Of course, because you're creating the energy in this reality, in this place. You're creating the energy. You are what you eat, right? So what you're creating is what you are. So we have a great duty as light workers to stop creating fear. We need to stop worrying. We don't have anything to worry about. What can really harm us in the reality of everything? Are you guys afraid to die? I should say, are you afraid to be reborn? Death doesn't even exist now. We know this. So what are we even scared of? People are literally in fear about how they're going to pay rent. Why? What are you saying? You're saying Spirit's not going to take care of you? Well, now he's not going to, because you just said he's not going to. And since you put that thought out in that vibration, right? Because your vortex is your heart. Everything is being drawn towards you. What you need is because your heart is what's fulfilling you, right? And since now you're saying, I don't believe I'm going to be all set. Oh, well, you're creating that reality then. So It is time, guys, that we start looking at the teachings, especially in the New Age movement and in this spiritual community. There is a lot of fear propaganda everywhere. I'm sorry, guys. This alien agenda is a part of it, and I don't. You can tell me you're channeling from this place and this place. Yeah, you're maybe channeling the stars. We do channel the stars because well, we are there too. Believe it or not, we're the stars. That's how the zodiac works. The zodiac is energy. We are part of that energy, and that's how we are able to even feel that energy. So we are star seeds, yes, because we're created from that energy. It works matter. That's the heavens. That is the heavens. You can't go up there with a spaceship like they try to tell you. No way. It's outside of time. They better figure out how to make I don't even know how. It's energy travel. It's not space travel like they tell you. They're trying to. But I don't know. This is what I'm tingling as I say this stuff. So they're trying to really convince us a lot of things that are not the reality, and it's straight fear propaganda to keep you from creating your harmony, to creating your utopia, to bringing the world back into balance, into the power to the people like it should be, back into peace. But guess what? We're here. It's our duty. We have our children are very special beings, you guys. If you have any kids that are under the age of 12, right? So what are we, 2022? Yeah, under the age of 12. Anywhere from 2010, 11, 12, okay, and beyond, and even a little bit earlier than that, those kids are way powerful, like super powerful. You'll see it too. Then the things they say, and it's crazy, man. Talking to flowers, right? Like doing things that, I mean, I was doing some stuff like that. Look at that, the violet fire. What did I say about that Saint Germain stuff? That's what it reminds me of. But this isn't Saint Germain. Transmutation, detoxification, psychic vision, constant distraction. Ooh, I'm gonna have to read that one. Definitely get psychic vision going on, man. All right, language of light. Yeah, this is definitely what I'm speaking. I know that. Rediscovery, humble wanderer, and communication. So you're being asked to be a humble wanderer. What is a humble wanderer? What does it mean to be humble? You know, first of all, like we don't need to argue with others, right? We don't need to. Yeah, distractions are everywhere. We are the distraction. Actually, we're creating our own distractions, right? We're focused on too much of the lower vibrations, this fear survival state of mind, when we're really supposed to be a child that's just trusting and experience. We're just supposed to trust. We're not supposed to be, the book of Job in the Bible. Because so the Bible, I'm going to tell you something else is that I've been shown. This whole New Age movement has tried to teach you that the Bible is trash, and it's not. It is actually one of the most powerful books ever written if you know how to read it. It's not a true story book. There are some real events in it, but it's mostly allegories and metaphors. And when you have the understanding of the Eastern traditions and how they spoke their language, you can actually read it because it's very. There's even tarot cards in it, believe it or not. The whole freaking book of Revelation was based on tarot cards. They literally played out a tarot read and then they wrote the story around it. And that's exactly what they did. I could prove it too. But a humble one, what was I just saying? Oh, distractions. We're creating this distractions by not trusting is essentially what I'm saying. And being humble is saying you don't know everything. You don't need to prove you don't need to be right. You know what I mean? It doesn't, you now see things from a higher perspective. You don't have to worry about the worldly things anymore. Yes, you have to be in the world, but not of the world, right? Cosmic gateway, insecurities, connecting with others and refocusing. I'm being guided to take that one, actually. I have to take that out. Let's keep going. I'm going to read these, you guys. Sorry, this is a little off reading, and when people watch this video, I just hope they really get the message. It's really all that matters. Light activation. Yeah, like I said, something happened in this full moon. There was a release, but then there was also an activation that took place. evolution of spirit, action of plans, and transcendence. So you definitely are transcending. Spirit guides looking for signs, philosophical discussion, supervision. Yeah, that's the supervision. We all get in our own way, Rose. That's what it means. So like, scales of karma. Look at that. Cycle of disharmony, creating new traditions, unfortunate events. And this will say, I guarantee it's going to say we are creating that karma because we are, man. Karma can be good or bad. Universal Merkabah, sacred purpose. All right, there it is. I'm reading these ones right now. That is it. This is what I'm talking about, sacred purpose. All right. The first one I'm going to read is the Cosmic Gateway. Because, and I'm also going to say that some of this stuff in these tarot cards are, there's more deeper truths than what they're saying, and I won't elaborate into all of it. But the Holy Spirit, right? Think of a pizza. A pizza, if you take a slice out of it, it is no longer a whole, and it's missing a piece, right? So when they say holy, it's not like, oh, look at it, it's an angel, I'm so good. That's not what it's meaning. It's meaning oneness. So if you are channeling the whole spirit, you are channeling every essence of that spirit. That means you can tap into every part of it because it's the whole spirit. So when people ask me, like, who are you channeling? I'm channeling source energy. I channel the Sacred Heart. I channel the whole spirit because I have been shown there is no, when people believe that they're channeling demons or evil entities, you know what they're channeling? Their lower self. That's it. They're creating that. And I know some of you guys may not believe that, but I'm telling you, they are. And you can bring it within yourself and ask Spirit, because what does Spirit say? I mean, when he created everything, it was good. It's just the truth. We're the problem. Not Spirit, not a war in heaven. No. It's not the truth. And and I'm not going to say that I may not know everything because I don't know anything, okay? This whole thing about this war in outer space and, we got to stop it because if we don't do this and this planet's going to ruin and then it's going to do a ripple effect and it's going to ruin this planet over here. Well, it's funny that we're taking a sci-fi movie that was actually created, a thing called Star Wars, and then all of a sudden we're creating it as a reality. Well, it's funny because that's the whole point. It's, if you can't see it and can't understand what's happened, and it's all an agenda, you guys. It's just more creating movies, tell my vision, right? Creating a reality, because now if you get people to believe it, you can manifest it. And what is happening is they're trying to get a certain amount of people to believe in their ideology so it manifests. Wars are happening because we are believing in this paradigm. And because there's a certain amount of people believing in it, guess what has to happen? It is giving them the power to create that paradigm. We are giving them the key to manifestation. That's what's happening. And if I'm not saying that these people even know what they're doing, because I'm starting to be shown they don't know. That's the point. We're here to wake them up to what they're doing. Remember the story of Paul, right? Paul, the Phoenician or whatever, the Roman. For the Roman, well, he's actually a Jew, but in the Roman army, what is he doing? He was going around killing Christians, right? And then what happened was he got blinded, and then his eyes got opened. You guys, those are Paul, and that's what we need to do. That's what the story of the Bible is telling us. The story of Christ is a story of you. You descended to hell and had to conquer the lower energies and rise again. What's up, bro? Very powerful message. It's long, but it's powerful. And you know what? I'm going to and I was in the church, you guys, and I know I've been shown all this stuff. I know. It's not, it's a knowing. I don't hear voices. I don't I don't I don't do that. It's a knowing. It's like it's something that resonates and it comes to the top of my head and it vibrates in me. I know when I'm channeling the first few times it was kind of like a little different. But I'll be walking down the street and what will happen is something in me gets lighter. It's the way best word I can describe it is it's like a lighter feeling. Meaning my consciousness made my being lighter, so I knew that I had to just listen. Not think, shut off the brain and just listen. And next thing you know, I'll be guided. Not I won't force it. Naturally a noise will come over here and my eyes will turn. And it'll be a word or something, right? And then I'll just remember this because I'll know it will vibrate and I'll walk again. And the next thing you know, another noise will draw my eyes over here. It's not me. There's like noises, natural events that are happening. But there's awakenings happening, you guys. And this is something that is because we are called for a purpose. And this is the purpose. It's to shift the paradigm. It's to emit the energy back out into the frequency of love and unity. To stop. Why do they keep in the teaching saying you have to heal yourself? Yes, because you're emitting into the frequency. You're emitting frequency into the field. You can't help nobody else. You have to do it yourself. And then by you doing it yourself, right now, right? I'm speaking this, I'm doing it and speaking it to you guys because you guys have been brought and gathered for this purpose. This is the truth. Now it's your duty to try your best. This is not a call to perfection. You're human, okay? You're not going to be perfect at anything as in the human nature. But if you're consciously aware of what I'm saying now, and you actually start like doing the work, and it doesn't, you guys, what is the commandment? What is the number one truth? What am I talking about? I'm not talking about, oh my God, I smoked a joint. I put some evil into the field now. Oh my God, I had sex with this guy. No, it's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, oh my God, I totally just manipulated that person and didn't think about that person's trauma. I didn't think about their heart. I just did because I wanted that. It's love. You got to be love. It doesn't even matter. Like if you're having trouble with your family members, the reason why is because are you loving them? And the thing is, we have, and I did for the longest time. Now my relations, I don't argue with my family anymore. I can see like my brother and I love him to death, but he's always in this competitive, right? And it's because part of him is needing healing from childhood stuff. So why would I keep pushing on to, making it worse for him? That's not love. Trying to always be right. That's not love. You don't have to be right. Let them be right. Let them feel good. That's love. All right, I'm going to get to some of these cards readings. I'm blabbing, you guys. This will probably be one of the best messages I ever given, though, on this channel. And expect more of this truth. We need to start getting this out to people. We can't sit back and be like, not doing the work. This gathering has to take place because I'm watching kids starving, and you know what I mean? They don't need to be starving anymore. And believe it or not, and this is the truth, those cultures that are in that, it's because they're in this lower vibration and they don't even see it. They have let the world, all the history, right, has scarred their heart so bad. They have literally closed off their heart to the world and now is in this don't trust nobody. They're that's what's happening. And then there's also those in the lower state trying to control everything, right? But we're allowing the control by fearing that in itself. So this is a deep truth, and it takes a lot of going within. But I'm going to get back to the reading now. All right. Cosmic Gateway. The Cosmic Gateway, a portal that connects souls to the universal multiverse, is accessible via trance states, meditation, through our central light column, opening the cosmic gateway to the soul's sacred light. Like a flower, nurturing and care of its environment. Sorry, let me start that over. This writing is so small. Like a flower, nurturing and care of its environment allows the soul to bloom in its own precious time. The path to self-realization is filled with conscious awakenings. Our mind is a powerful tool that, when fully open and activated, can connect our being to light sources unimaginable to the naked eye. When the sacred light of the cosmic gateway shines upon the world, the individual acceleration of self awareness through self realization can reveal the body's capability of healing itself. Ascension Master Yogandananda announces that you are in a time of great personal change and growth. Don't be afraid to start over again or off or of finding it's supposed to say off or off finding fresh ways to support the life you want with joy and happiness. If you feel overwhelmed, reduce excessive workloads as you work through this progress. Yogananda suggests practicing self-realization as you work through any feelings of sadness or melancholy you have about the past or what you are seeking to change. Challenge yourself to try new things or join a self-help group that aligns with your global or personal interests. The quote is, balance will restore when the mind is restored. Right, because what was I saying? The vortex is the heart. The heart is what's manifesting, right? It's what's drawing everything towards you. And then your mind, if you're not aligning your mind to your heart and there's not a coherence and it's in a fear and a lower state, you're then putting a ripple out there, pushing that manifestation away from you. So you need to put that into coherence. And the crystal is rhodonite. And the affirmation is, I am my own master. I hold the answers within me. My energy is limitless. So this is that card. Remember there was that the lightning bolt card, right? So you guys are channeling information. When you feel you're tingling on your crown, you'll feel like when I'm talking and giving messages, I know when there's an important to a message because it usually starts to tingle on the top of my head. So I'll know when I'm saying a truth because it starts doing that. And it's because I'm allowing the light. It's not really me anyway. I'm not even delivering this message. We're not really. Oh, that's some deep stuff. I don't even want to go into that subject, but we're spirit. So, but we're individualization of spirit expressing himself through this matter. If that makes sense. All right. Violet fire. Sensory abilities are still being. Oh, wait. I want to say something too. So, another thing too is energies. There are beings, energies, right, that have never been in human form. Okay. And what has been done for us to intellectualize and understand what was going on, we in our mind have given these energies entities, and we have created that using the chemicals of the mind to see that, to express what it is, if that makes sense. But they're energy, so they can essentially they can manifest in human form and they can go back to energy. We can too, actually, but we forgot how. And that's some deeper truth. But it is the truth. That's the fallen angels came down here, and you're going to keep repeating until you actually get back to that state. But I may get more deeper truths on that perspective too. But that's what I'm being shown. Okay, let me go back to what I was saying. All right, sensory abilities are still being understood on scientific terms. Currently, perceived limitations of psychic vision and energetic healing restrict your human potential of understanding the communication of the sacred light held by your soul's intelligence. Holding the sacred fire, the violet flame, the seventh ray, Master Saint Germain, yeah, it was Saint Germain, I was right, can easily transmute anxiety and remove the clear negative energy frequencies that are stopping you from listening and hearing your senses accurately in your heart and mind. The violet ray vibration creates freedom and general transmutation. Calling in the flame of violet fire of Saint Germain can create a path for miracles and awaken hidden abilities that are dormant within you. If you choose to recalibrate with the violet fire of Ascension, you will become more attuned to your senses, interpreting the world around you in a clear and accurate way that is free from outside influences. Ascension Master Saint Germain arrives to assist in the clearing and detoxification process. He suggests that you remove external and introduce stimuli. Self-indulgence will only distance you from understanding what you currently need, placing a fog over your inner vision. Constant distractions deter clear inner vision. So, to all those people that I tried to guide them away from, going out to the bars and getting obliviated all the time, and chasing multiple partners for sexual pleasure, right? They're not, what is happening is when you're doing that, you're actually shutting off your inner vision. You're especially when you're going, if you're on an ascension path and you're on a spiritual journey, because not everybody is. So when you got to take that into consideration, especially women, what happens is you actually receive the man's trauma when you have intercourse with them. You are receiving their energy, and it's the trauma that you're receiving. So you may have noticed, actually, I have, from women that I, slept with. I know for facts, I for a good 2 years there was an energy on me, and I felt it. So I'm guaranteeing you, women have too. So there's an importance there. You know what I mean? So there's the woman's womb and the man's phallus, right? Is healing tools, and they're made for love. First of all, because what is love? Love is the healing essence of the world. It is it is what heals. It's the only thing that heals. It's love, right? So when you're doing it for pleasure over love, you're doing it using it incorrectly, which is in a lower vibration. It's not made for anything but to satisfy and distract, right? But when you do it in love, when there's actually real, genuine love and actually caring about that person, right? Because when you get into a relationship with somebody and they have traumas, right? And you're planning to only sleep with them one time, but they haven't healed. So that person is thinking when you sleep with them, now you're getting married. Now you're with them. Then you got to break that to them. Now you just sent them into a deep, yeah, I mean, it could have worked. I guess you're going to heal them in a sense after you bring some pain, but sometimes they don't end up healing. They end up going stuck. They get stagnant. So just be aware of what you're doing with your energy, because your energy is important right now. Your energy is so important. If you're on a spiritual path and you claim to be spiritual, you must understand this, how energy is working. It is a transfer in everything. When you walk by somebody, you already transfer energy onto them. And I mean walk by them, literally. Because you're not your body. You're literally, some people say it's 6 feet, and it's more than that. It's like 26 feet, to be honest with you. Especially when you're aware. Because you're just expanding. So you do what you want. I'm still gonna love you. Okay? There's no judgment here. You can do what you want. I'm just telling you of what I've been shown. Okay, language of light. The language of light is written among sound waves and frequencies. Any object that has a high resonance falls within the light language and is multidimensional. Often when viewing the language of light, symbols, numbers, and geometry take center stage. Yeah, this happens all the time actually when I meditate, and this is why I need to start I was talking to somebody tonight. I need to start making a more fulfilling meditation schedule. I need to start meditating before I do readings, because every time I do, I get symbols, I get visions, I get words, and they align to the reading. And I'm being told to say that to you guys. Are you meditating? Even one time a day. I do meditate almost at least once a day. I try to do it at nighttime when I go to bed too. Um, but there's a need to meditate, you guys. It's important. It's actually grounding you, and you actually can hear spirit when you close your mind. I would also practice walking around and trying not to think while you're walking. If you're just going from point A to point B, like say you have to walk to the store, right? Try to walk to the store and not think. Try it. That's what I do. And it is a form of meditation. Trying to not think, and I can do it. I can do it and walk. You guys probably could too. It might help you. Okay, so water spirits such as dolphins, whales, and seahorses have unique alignments with light languages. These graceful water creatures emit high frequency sound waves that shatter dense energy fields with precision and purpose. Highly intelligent and protective, these beautiful beings will share their mystical intelligence if you meet them with respect, humility, and peace. Galactic Guides, the Seven Sisters, request you immerse yourself in higher frequencies that can uplift your soul and spirit to improve your vitality. Rediscover the old and ancient, reduce waste, and upcycle to help the environment. The simplicity will make room for new energy, bringing more joy to your life. The communication of light language through your celestial channel will encourage you to try new things, including interest in traveling to foreign lands, learning new languages that support your personal and spiritual growth. Just as with learning a new language, try not to get lost in spirit translation. And there is a quote that says, serenity comes with peaceful actions. Speak with silence. I need some water. You dry mouth here. Plus, the sage makes, I don't know if you guys can hear it. My nose gets kind of stuffy when I burn sage sometimes. Plus, I get 2 candles going. So what are you guys saying? You guys liking this reading? Sorry, you got so many comments and it's hard to read. And I know I'm like, what is it, hour and 16 minutes? I could be on here for 3 hours with you guys and be okay with it. You know what I mean? We are Wi-Fi. Yeah. And I actually caught myself going into a lower state of worry, doubt, and fear actually like a month ago because Spirit was showing me that all the technology, like for your Wi-Fi computers, their terminology is actually in the spiritual community. The cord, think about it like this, right? The Ethernet cord, Ethernet, right? The net is the the ancient Indians, and they talk about in the Hindus and Buddhists, they talk about the web, right? All their terminology comes from us. All the technology is created by investigating within. Everything is. It's within us, it's within the world. That's how they figure out, that's how they understood and found technologies. It's not, you know what I mean? And I am starting to be told that like I told you guys, we're manifesting all this stuff. It's the collective mind, the collective consciousness is pushing into the field to cause more chaos to be created. We're allowing wars to be created by believing in there's more people that believe Satan, okay, quote unquote, is winning the world. It's easy to see. Go on YouTube and watch all the stuff. Go on TV, look at all the negative. The world's coming to an end. All, you know what I mean? Like, I remember one year it was like every day there was a new show about the world coming to an end. It's 2012, or it was 2020, or it was 2002, Y2K. You guys, that is designed to cause us to create lower things so they can stay in the state that they're in. But the thing is, I don't even think they understand. I don't think they didn't always know. Back in the day when this got to this so far is because they didn't understand what they were doing. But now I believe that science is starting to prove it. But the thing is, I still believe that they believe it's more scientific and they can change it with their technology. I don't know. All I know is I'm not on the timeline that they're on. So I don't got to worry about it. I got to worry about loving my neighbor, loving my family. You know what I mean? I got to worry about that stuff. I don't have to worry about, the world freaking. I have not watched the news. I have not looked at anything regarding the war. I don't care about the presidents I do not care about freaking. I don't care if the Pope had a sex scandal with Oprah. I don't care. It has nothing to do with my journey. I'm on this timeline now that is saying that I'm here to be loved. How can I be loved when my mind is being full of dark, lower energies? It's impossible. You are what you eat, and that's where that saying comes from. So I try to watch uplifting stuff. I do watch like I watched that movie Infinite because it was a spiritual teaching, and I figured there would be some teachings in there because there is. If you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, there's teaching in everything because everything is spirit. So you can channel through a comment. You can channel through the music. You can channel through the cards, obviously. Anything it can be channeled. It can be a message from spirit, and everything is happening for you. A lot of times, there is no coincidences. Put it this way: if you were driving home and there was a detour on the road, right? That happened for you. You may not see it, but it did. Had something happened, a shift, a timeline jumped for something or someone that caused that to happen. And now if that wouldn't have gone there, you would have been, say, 15 seconds above beyond this person that you were supposed to meet on this day at this time. You see what I'm saying? Like, there is that stuff going on too. So it's like, it's deep because we're also manifesting. So what are we? We're manifesting the stuff that is not for us. And spirit is giving the stuff that is for us. If that makes sense. Our mind it's the law of attraction. It's coming from the heart, where the central sun of the universe is. This is the vortex. When you are spirit knows what you need and will give it. If you want something and it's aligned to heart, to love, then it's aligned to that essence and you can get it. If you can bring it down into your heart and believe that it's there, you'll get it. But there's so many different things. Timelines are just, how do I explain that? You know what? I will put the intention out to get information on how to explain that because what I've how do I say? We're not puppets. We are we do get to manifest. I'm gonna have to wait to get all that information. It's a lot. So spirit can go like this at any time. And what is happening is there's people here that are to switch this paradigm, that are here to be of love. They are here for this particular purpose. When I was mentioning that detour incident, that's what I'm talking about. Because there are certain things that have been set in place to happen, to cause an event to happen so that you would waken. This is like, we like planned this whole trip, this whole journey, a learning journey is what I'm really truly getting. And now we are manifesting. We come down to reality where we're supposed to do this, this, and this, or this is what our purpose was. But then we are improperly using our manifesting capabilities for improper use, right? So like gain and whatever. So then we get off track, and that's when spirit has to come in, and that's when the lower energies are designed for. That is spirit as well. So when, let's say, an event happens that is not comfortable, it happened to push you back onto your path. So that's what I'm essentially saying, that when there are the lower the polarity, the lower polarity and the higher polarity, they work together as one. When you go off your path, what you came here in your soul, it's in your heart because this is where it is. Okay, when it goes off that path, now you have to have a tower happen to put you back on that path because you're always trying to go home. You're always home. So deep. Now I'm getting out. I got to keep reading, you guys. Jeez, why don't somebody say something to me? Damn. You're like, man, Jason, just stop going on and just read the damn cards. All right. Where did I end now, though? So the galactic guides, the seven sisters, request you immerse yourself in higher frequencies that can uplift your soul and spirit to improve your vitality. Rediscover the old, ancient, reduce. I already did that. Okay. Did I already read this whole thing? Yes, I did. Okay. Next one, light activation. Now, this is what I see the rainbow. It's not by chance you guys are on a channel called the what is it? Warriors of the Rainbow Spiritual Guidance, because you are a rainbow warrior. You are one of the warriors of the rainbow. It talks about it in the Bible. It talks about it in Hindu and Buddhist, the chakras, right? It was called the Code of Many Colors that Joseph wore in the Bible. It's there. All the teachings that are in all the ancient teachings in the Middle East are in that Bible, if you have the eyes to see it. They just took it and then destroyed it, and now people don't read it because the New Age is saying, "Oh, it's been changed." Yes, it has been changed, but so hasn't their teachings. They can't see it. All right. Light activation, evolution of spirit, actioning of plans, transcendence. When the body lights up in an attunement or activation, it triggers a beacon for the soul to communicate with the physical body. Overseen by the ancient Tibetan master Djwhal Khul, activations can bring deep healing and transcendence. Regardless of physical sensation, these activations occur on an energetic and emotional level. Activations, which can be physical or spiritual in nature, amplify your personal connection with the world and energy around you. Essential for the evolution of human consciousness. Wow, I just got a download as I'm reading this. Wow. Okay. So we are energy, right? We're angels. Okay. And what happened was we came down here and we were implanted our energy into our mother's womb, into the DNA. And then once that energy got in the DNA, this is that meditation that I saw with the two DNA strands merging together. Thank you, Spirit. If you guys go back in one of my readings and someone was trying to tell me I was seeing the twin flame misteaching, no, actually, they're just showing me what I was seeing was how we come down here in our essence, right? The energy, then we go into our mother, right? And then we go into it's all about the DNA, by the way, in the water. But we go in, and then the energy starts creating and mingling DNA, and then creating life off from that. It's the essence, your essence, which is spirit. You are creating yourself in your mother's womb. You created yourself. Well, your Godhead, your God essence created yourself. So your mother's not, you're creating, you're taking your mother and creating yourself. It's, if that makes sense. It's like a seed, right? When a seed gets dropped in the ground, the seed, you know what I mean, then brews into the flower, and then the flower what? Drops more seeds. If that's not even a good analogy. I'll come up with a good analogy on it. But that's what they just showed me. I just got this download right now, and there's also energies that have never ever had physical matter form ever. They've never experienced this dimension where you can play with matter. And when they're talking about a lot of these angels and stuff, and this, wow, there are people here that are in human form, and it's their first time here, and they're here. This is the angels that I'm speaking about that are here to really do some crazy things. They have this in them. I just got that too. And some of you guys have already been getting this type of downloads, but haven't fully understood it, is what I just received as well. And I'd like to know who. Message me if you have a way to, if that is you. I'd like to talk. Okay, I'm going to go back now. Sorry, download time. I did say it. All right, regardless of physical sensation, these activations occur on an energetic and emotional level. Activations, which can be physical or spiritual in nature, amplify your personal connections with the world and the energy around you. Essential for the evolution of human consciousness, activating energy, centers, intuition, healing abilities, life force, or kundalini can happen gently or abruptly, giving your chosen personal path. Awakening dormant DNA and hidden memories, activations, and dominantly positive experiences that encourage your mind to connect more closely to your soul and spirit. Transmissions, awakenings, and spiritual prophecy will occur now, so have a paper and pen ready. Yes, I do carry a paper and pen with me, even though I have my phone and you can just, I text myself a lot. You guys need to keep stuff with you right now, right? And listen, if you're getting things and it sounds like it doesn't just, you don't understand it, I still want you to write it down, because it may not make sense. And I'm getting this for somebody on here. Something you've been writing is not making sense. It's going to make sense, Spirit said. So don't remember it was talking in the beginning here about trying to dictate the language, right? And trying to like filter it out and figure out the pieces and too much, looking too deep into it, then actually causing you not to see it. Don't. Just write it down and trust the answer is going to come. That was for somebody on there, maybe somebody on here or somebody who's going to watch this video. I think maybe two of you, to be honest with you. All right. Where was I now? Ascension Master Dawal Kul asks you to be clear with your intentions. As conflicts will be triggered by stress, choose to let go of fear and let your soul guide you on a journey of self-discovery. Your soul is in a constant state of learning, so learning a new skill and planning future education are favorable now. Be realistic in your approach, otherwise you will set yourself up to fail, repeating self-sabotaging behaviors. Being stubborn will only keep you stuck in places that your soul doesn't want to be in. And that's why it's important to go from your heart. Your mind is futile. It is literally, and they tried to switch it and say your heart's futile. It is not your heart, it's your mind. Because what has happened is there's been a teaching about what love is, and that love is an emotion that is created between only like a man and a woman. And since we have been so focused on that romance as love, we have actually created a paradigm that has actually taken us away from the true essence of what love really is. So, and I'm guilty of that, man. I know, dude, I'm humble and with humility, I'll come. You guys if I ever find more truth and I, see something that I had to, reiterate in a different light, right? Because I said something incorrectly, I'll be the first person to do it. I am total humble. Like I said, I know nothing, man. I know nothing. I allow it to channel through me. That's it. That's all I do. Your soul is seeking new challenges. Let yourself be free. Are you blocking? Okay. I've been getting a lot of love. Like readings have been like I can see that the collective, and primarily most of my watchers are women, right? And single, to be honest. I can feel the energy. So I know that. And what is happening is a lot of loneliness is happening because everybody had to get pulled away, right? The isolation of the virus and stuff. So people had to get separated, and there's a type of yearning for connection. But here's what's happening, and I manifest this. I manifest love in the way it's supposed to be, right? What is love? Patience, right? Long suffering, doesn't envy, doesn't boast, not trying to conflict, doesn't have to stand its ground and be right. You know what I mean? It doesn't care about anything that it's not a selfless. It's a selfless type thing. It's not a selfish type thing, right? You don't say, okay, I'm only gonna love you if you love me back. That's not love. That's not the love of spirit. That's not the love you carry in your heart. And guess what will happen? There will be no coming together. And if there is, it will be only for sexual or physical uh, transfer of energy. And then it will fade. Because in order to be love, you have to accept them. And listen, I'm not saying do not create boundaries. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying though is you have to look at yourself and you have to go within. You have to see these things, these little subtle subconscious programmings that we are carrying into our reality. We have done it. We're doing it. I've done it. I had to release something recently and I actually caused a tower moment on a friendship. And now I don't even get to communicate with that person. And it's not just me. I'm not saying that there wasn't other issues, but I am a conscious being who now saw that I could have stood in love and a trust and allowed. And by allowing and trusting, I would have been able to at least have a friend. But instead, I got projected ego onto me, went into the ego then because I took it a part of myself. I didn't notice what was happening and I allowed it to become a part of me. And then all I did was project it back. and then it was just going back and forth. And that's what happened. So that is a type of twin flame, if you want to call it twin flame. That's what a twin flame connection, that teaching is actually really about. It's a reflection that is causing you to heal yourself and to cause that other person to heal themselves. It's energy. But we're not going to go into that again because yeah. Now, is there a divine counterpart? Are there people here with missions to come together and be love and do stuff? Yes, I believe there is. I strongly believe that there is. But is it like what's happening is there is twin flame what did some guy call it? Twin flame situs? So many people are closed off to actual receiving the love that is actually for them because they have their mind focused on this one person. Then anything that comes around that's supposed to be there, they push it away. That is what's happening, and it's sad. It sucks because then it's going to be a very lonely trip. Doesn't have to be that way. So, okay, there you go, Jason. Going on tangents again. Scales of karma. Wow, the number 27 is confirmation. We're going to really listen to this one, you guys. Okay, because the number 27 to me, I know it's a confirmation number to say that actually. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. You guys have probably been seeing 333 for a very long time. It's probably one of the biggest numbers that most of us in here have seen during our awakening, and it's because it goes back to geometry and numerology and something deeper that I haven't figured out. But I'm not going to go on a tangent. I'm just going to read. All right, scales of karma. Life can often become a balancing act. Juggling your physical needs with the needs of those around you, including family, can sometimes challenge your love life. Giving without the expectation of receiving is one way of achieving a better state of karma. You must look to find positive experiences from harsh lessons. You see what I was doing about how I was expressing how I know what I did in that situation wrong? I saw that. Now I have nothing but love and respect. Now I'm able to put that love back into that situation. Yeah, I may not be able to communicate with that person. By the grace of God, she'll see this message, right? But that's the truth because I found the healing in it, so I see the truth of it. And that's what they're saying. Everything is for you, you guys. Everything is for you. One way or another, it's for you because even if it's not for you and you go off your path, right? That a tower moment that happens is a healing moment to put you back on your path. So it's always for you. Nothing's against you. Nothing but you. We're against ourselves, actually. When people feel good, they do good. When feeling down, people are more likely to throw emotional and energetic daggers towards those who have hurt them, even if it's only temporary. You must be self aware as your emotional reactivity will dictate the balance of the energetic scale. Any negativity or toxicity can be purged now if you are willing to open your heart space and detach from these cycles. So if you're on a cycle, right, if you're seeing repeated patterns, like if you're constantly attracting people that are unavailable, who have other partners, or things like that. I'm only able to say that because that's what the experience that I had, and I had to see why was that coming, right? Why was the same pattern happening to me? Well, it was happening for me because all through two of those three actually truly had attraction to me and actually cared about me. But what happened was I projected my trauma into the situation and I didn't allow an unfolding to take place. And if I would have, it would be a different story because I know now. I know what I felt, and now I'm saying, wow. So I have sabotaged many relationships. And I'm not saying it takes two to tango, okay? It is always a back and forth, but I can see where I could have had it was a blessing if I allowed the blessing to manifest. If I allowed it to fully unfold, if I would have trust and been and stayed in the space of love. With humility, I admit this stuff. I always apologize and I always be humble. It's the way you're supposed to be, man. You apologize for yourself. right? Because you feel that in your heart and you want them to know that. That's why you do it. You don't do it and say, I'm sorry, so that they run back to you or whatever. That's wrong. You do it because you mean it. If you don't mean it, don't say it. Now I'm sounding like Dr. Phil over here. Yes. All right. Where was I? Okay. The benevolent ascended master Maha Kohan seeks your understanding. Teaching light seekers of the spiritual and angelic hierarchy. See right there. Teaching the light seekers of the spiritual and angelic hierarchy. So they don't even know what they're saying in that, right? There, first of all, there is no hierarchy. I'm gonna make that clear. It's not a freaking man-made army going on up there. Okay, there is no, this guy's at, it's Archangel Michael, and he is the leader, and he is the no, 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 no. It's unity, equal. It's equality. All are one. Each play their part. Yes, they have a role, but there's no I'm better, I'm worse, you're more important. It's not how it is, and it's not like that in this world either. We have created that. That's an old energy paradigm. I had to say that. Another tangent. Okay. Where was I? Teaching light seekers of the spiritual and angelic hierarchy, his learnings encourage the soul to balance and correct its journey back to the sacred heart. His white headscarf reminds seekers to create more positive and loving interactions with purity to keep your scales better balanced. The blessed Maha Kohan asks you to be aware of your conscious thoughts of others. Speaking negatively about a person only continues to further a cycle of negativity. Snap out of it. Acting in the heat of the moment will leave you red faced and embarrassed. Examine the brightness of your love light. Protect your heart by keeping it open. And quote is sit with the unfortunate, for they will see you as I see you. And what was that? What was the beginning of this message, you guys? That I said, Spirit is here for those that are lost. We are supposed to be healing ourselves and helping each other heal by loving them. If you go to the grocery store tomorrow and somebody cuts you in line, or someone calls you a bad name, right? Because they cut you off, instead of calling the name back and putting that thought and that intention out there, say, wow, I hope that person has a better day. Try to be understanding, understanding, and relating. I go to a lot of you guys know I'm in recovery, so I go to NA and AA meetings. I'm actually going to recommend reading that literature, that Bill W. wrote, because it is a spiritual book. It's not about religion. It is a spiritual book, and it's about spiritual. It's actually all Ascension, but for addicts. It really is. Some of the most spiritual reading I've ever read, to be honest with you. Really fast healing if you read it. Okay, the Merkabah. So we are working with the Merkabah. I did have this vision of these pyramids like coming together type thing. So this is the Merkabah is what is your lets you know your your sacred purpose, right? It's in that energy field is what it says here. All right. Sorry, guys. How long have we been on here? Wow, 14333. See, there's that 333 right there. Right on time. All right. Sorry, guys. I apologize. I did go off in tangents, but I know the message had to be spoken. You guys are important. Those that have stuck out here and that are watching this video and that are listening, it's because you are meant to be here. It is not by chance that we connected. It's not. You guys have an important mission here. It's so important that you're here listening to truth and you're actually receiving it. So, and if you haven't received it all, that's okay. Just know you are very powerful. And now that you know that you are creating your whole reality, right? Literally, you're either helping create the new earth, which is the truth, or you're continually propagating the old energy. It is the emitting frequency, you guys, and we are creating that. So all the lower things that you have done, right? You have to transmute that. You have to, because you now have to take that back in and transmute it back to love. So That's what karma is about. So when you do one thing, because you created that energy, now you have to, by the law of balance, it has to come back to you in a form, so then that you are taking it a part of you and transmuting it back to the higher. And until you do so, you will repeat that cycle. Now, that's some deep stuff, right? Are you on a cycle? Is there something that's continually happening in your life? If it is, there's a karmic lesson in it. All right. The universal Merkabah awakens a deeper experience of the human consciousness. The personal Merkabah that surrounds your aura connects you to the universal Merkabah matrix paradigm with a fine platinum thread. What was I just talking about? The field. That's what we're talking about right here, you guys. This allows you to astral travel and assess different levels of consciousness. Okay. What is astral travel? Let's bring it up. I'm going to bring it up. If, for example, you meet somebody, right, and you're communicating with someone from a long distance, but there's like attraction, there's you know, you're becoming attracted, you're digging them, you're liking them, right, and you start thinking about them, right, in certain ways. I'm going to use sex because it is a very strong energy, right? You're actually traveling your energy toward that person. Whenever you right now, you guys communicating with me, right, is actually a form of astral travel. If you're using an intention to send it towards someone, that is an astral traveling. It's energy. It's just traveling energetically. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, where was I? Connected to the unified mind, the universal Merkabah enhances your perception of self-awareness and communication with the emotional or feeling body. Talking to the self in this way improves intuitive sensitivity, inner knowing, and the ability to sense and understand emotional imbalances when bodily pain and sensations occur. Often viewed as being seated on a great white throne, Ascension Master Sanat Kumara asks you to recall your life experiences. Connect to your inner guru for wisdom and purpose. While learning can be difficult, it is essential you save yourself from personal destruction. Visionary and lucid dreaming experiences will reinforce your intuitive senses and unique connection to the ascension and astral realms. The wise master asks you to set yourself free and deny any influence that is not 100% not 100% pure light source. Calling you closer to your soul's sacred light, the unified mind resets your universal Merkabah to resonate in harmonic perfection with Sanat Kumara's guidance. When your Merkabah is aligned, be prepared to say goodbye to those who wish to take advantage and keep you stuck in the status quo. And right there, this is why some relationships don't work too. Because if you're on a spiritual path and there's a person that's trying to, integrate with you, but they're not doing the healing, they're in a stagnation, it can't happen. It's going to have to fall off because it has to match energetically. It has to be of the same, right? That's why relationships, you don't see them lasting long anymore, right? Because, well, there's a whole bunch of reasons why that's happening, to be honest with you. There should be there should be more people coming together in love, I believe, right? Um, yeah, I do believe that. But they've put it into the paradigm that we're overpopulated and we need population control. Lie. It's a freaking lie, man. There's so much space in this planet, it's not even funny. They just pack us in sardines in the cities and make us think that because now there's so many people in this one area, the whole world is overpopulated. Yeah, of course, if you put freaking 20 million people in a freaking 10 square mile place, of course it's going to seem like that. But I tell you what, I live in Maine. There's, there's plenty of space, man. Plenty. That's just another paradigm. The power of love unifies all. You are love. Love your temple. Love everything. Love everyone. All right. Okay. I am going to pull 3 Starseed to Oracle decks, and then I'm closing this reading out, and I'm saying goodbye, and I'm going to, so I will do another spiritual reading coming up because I feel that this was more of a channeled message that I had to get out to you guys. It's what Spirit wanted. And I hope it's received, and I hope you guys share this messages with people. I'm going to have to remake these videos, I guess, and maybe, some people want to get involved. Okay, I actually had an idea today about starting a book club via Zoom, and we read a book, go together, and some type of coming together once a week for whatever, an hour. We have, if there's something you guys would be interested in doing, let me know. I have been thinking about doing that. I think it'd be cool. Is it Paula? What's up, Paula? Look at that, 1027. Confirmation. This message was needed to be said, and it was just 150.33. All right, let me pull 3 cards, guys. Thank you guys for staying with me the whole time. I don't know who all 6 are here, but I appreciate you guys being here, and I hope everybody gets this message. At least they listen to the beginning for the first 40 minutes, because it was powerful and it needed to be heard. It needs to be heard. All right. Spirit, guides, angels, ancestors, guardians, ascended masters, all higher light energies, please show the collective, anyone that comes across this message, Spirit, what you want them to see. Show us what you want us to see. So I'm going to be creating this video, and I'm going to talk about this gathering and what it really is, and what I've been shown. On the bottom of the deck, we got empathic. Wow, I can't even speak. Empathetic is what it's supposed to be, but I think empathic. Starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Oh man, that's so hard at times. And I was just talking about this to somebody was saying that tonight too. Okay, 2 cards right off the rip. Deep cellular healing. Baby steps. Action, follow. Okay, well, let me read the first one. Deep cellular healing is Arcturus energy. It's physical and emotional healing. This is that moon energy. This is what definitely happened, you guys. There was a massive portal that opened. There's many portals that are opening this year. And there's that Schumann resonance. If you guys haven't looked it up, go look it up. And you'll see what I was talking about how it's nothing going on over there in the Middle East. But over here, it's wide open. I mean, we're getting hit like crazy here. There's a reason why. And then baby steps. Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So just follow your feelings, man. Right? What you feel. Your intuition is not in your mind. If you feel something before your thought, it's your intuition. If you think it, then you feel it, chances are it's your mind creating a feeling. The Great Serving, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Hey, this is the same cards you got last time, man. These are the same cards. Told to get one more. So this is still the Earth. Learning how to be human in the world and not of it. Didn't I say that? Thank you, Spirit. All right, I'm going to read these guys and close this out. I'm going to try not to go on tangents. Bear with me if I do. I wish I could run for president. I'd totally do it. I don't think I can because I'm a felon. All right. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Your body knows how to heal. Healing is your natural state. Physical and emotional disharmony can be a reflection of how the world, inner and outer, has been out of alignment. If you're suffering from a mastery or a chronic illness, don't allow yourself to think you've done something wrong. Today, it's difficult to navigate our health. If this card has made its way to you, you're being called to focus on your healing in practical ways, to prioritize your health, to be kind and tender to your miraculous body, to give yourself the grounding and care you need, to put your body first, to nourish yourself as you would a newborn baby, to treat yourself with tender care. You may be called to switch things up with your body or your emotional well-being, to call in a team of helpers to support you in navigating any challenges you may be experiencing emotionally. The Arcturians are a galactic group of beings who have mastered deep cellular and emotional healing. They want you to know that it's impossible to feel vibrant in your body and well in your skin. to have your cells return to effervescence and vitality, to find calmness and contentedness, to have a soothed nervous system and tranquil heart. All right, I'm going to do this over the heart for you guys. I'm going to read this activation. So just put your right hand over your heart, because that's actually the energy coming out. And I'm going to read this. I take back my vitality and energy and feel more healthy. Watch, I didn't even put on my heart. I'm going to read that again. I take back my vitality and energy and feel more and more healthy each and every day. My body knows how to heal. My body knows how to heal. And so it is. All right. You guys can heal yourself. So believe that, man, because you can. That's how remission happens. That's how the placebo effect works. It is real. What you believe is what you'll manifest. Okay, baby steps. You're being called to take grounded action in response to your soul's calling, to start where you are and begin building in a consistent way. So many people stop themselves from living a soul-led life, soul-led life, because they're waiting to know the destination before taking the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. Our soul is always calling us every moment of every day. The way to find yourself living in harmony with the cosmos is to listen to your soul's baby calls and whispers each and every day, and to take grounded action in the direction of those calls and whispers. You're being encouraged to start small, bite-sized, to put one foot in front of the other, to do one thing every day, to break things down into achievable tasks. Time on Earth goes slower than on other planets. This may cause frustration for starseeds, who can expect a faster pace of manifestation and thus give up before the seeds begin to sprout. If you resonate with that, it's time to opt out of for consistency over urgency. Time to take baby steps in the direction of your calling. To remember that you do not need to have it all figured out or know exactly where the path is leading you. You do not have to know every single step along the way before you set out on your great journey. You just need to take the next step. Yeah, you guys, we do this. What's up, Ernest? Strongly recommend. This has been a long video. It's like partial reading, a lot of channeled messages that I received that I had to get out to you guys, so I really recommend it. Yeah, and you guys, if you're being pulled somewhere, right, and it's resonating inside you and your intuition's telling you to do something, you should probably listen to it. There's a reason why we're being told to do certain things. There's a reason why people that are in karmic relationships are being asked to leave those relationships. There's reasons, you guys. There's reasons for everything, and it's not up here. Intuition is not in your mind. It is in your heart. It's in your gut. It's your conscience, right? You're gonna feel it. If it's a feeling, you gotta. And this is why it's very dangerous when people, for those that have closed their heart off, because then you're essentially, when you close your heart off, you're closing your intuition off. And that's going to be dangerous, because then you're going to have a lot of situations that you're not pleasant. It's just going to be a lot of the same situations, different faces in different places, but the same results. It's the definition of insanity, is doing the same thing and expecting different results. We got to start just heeding this. And I will add this too. I don't know if I entirely believe in the way they talk about these other beings. I don't have, if I don't have a way that Spirit showed me 100% the truth of it, I'm not going to speak it as a truth. So if I haven't experienced it and received it within me, I can't validate it. So I'm not going to say it's truth or not truth. I'm just going to say it is what it is, right? Do I believe that there's other beings? Of course I do. But what I have been shown, it's not in the sense that we have, and it could be like they could be just another realm, you know what I mean? But they're not. I'm not I'm being shown that they're not coming in no freaking spaceships. It's the energy. It's an energy thing that's going to happen. If anything, it'd be like a portal that would come through, not a freaking spaceship. This is an enclosed system with water above us. It's water. And if you actually zoom in on stars, and you can find videos all over the place where they take a Nikon binocular lens and they zoom into stars. And what happens is you can actually see it's not physical, it's not matter, it's energy and water. And when the energy and water moves, it actually creates light. And because it creates vibration, it creates ripples, then it creates light. They've done an experiment to prove it too. So I'm just saying, the Bible says there's water above us. I've seen these videos. It definitely looks like it's water. And then also, if you look on NASA and you see what they do, when they trained to go to outer space, they're training underwater. No lie. All their training is done underwater. There's a reason why. There's water up there. And water is the what? The substance of life. It is also has more memory. And it would make sense that there be water and they'd be able to send us energy through the water. We are water. We are also receiving that because we're water. I know what I'm being shown. So, but I'm not challenging anybody's beliefs either. I give you guys space and you guys can find that out for yourself. I don't tell you to take anything I say for truth. I tell you to take what I say, go within, and seek the truth for yourself. I have faith. All right, Mars energy. Now, we did have this card the last time I did this reading, so it's definitely a shadow card. So pay attention to this. I spoke about it earlier already. This is a shadow card, one that may feel confrontational. Don't be afraid. It's here to bring to the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. The warring planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and find your way back to love. There are many things in human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never ending source of love. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never ending dance we can never escape. If we aren't careful, before long, we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for two reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. When we're hurt, it's normal to close off our heart to the world, to let the painful experience confirm the agony of separation in earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety, and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others and the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart anyway. We're all innocent children, spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. And I'm not going to lie, you guys, I just got an overwhelming, I almost cried. I just felt all your energy, all your, wow, man, that was intense. I literally I had to swallow for a second there. I just felt everybody's energy, what they're talking about, the trauma. I felt it. And as I was doing it, when I was reading, I was tingling on my freaking head, dude. I feel you guys' pain, man. A lot of us feel each other's pain. And the thing is, we have taken a lot of other people's energy as our own. It's time not to. I'd recommend writing to yourself, like, write like, I release all the trauma and pain. I forgive all those I forgive myself first. And I forgive, sometimes we think that we don't have these traumas, right? Nobody is fully healed. Nobody is fully healed in a sense where it can always, it's something in you and it's in that part of the mind, so it's still there and it will come out, but it's not that you're going to be able to get rid of it because you can't forget it. There's no way to forget it, so it may come up, but how you react to it is what matters, right? So keep making those changes and understand that that's a programmed mind. It's the ego, right? It was created. We actually created that ego, believe it or not. It wasn't actually part of our natural nature. It was created as a evolutionary process of the programming, if that makes sense. All right. Yep. Okay. So I think, I don't know, I feel like I should probably just pull 2 crystal cards to show you guys crystals to be for the week, and then I'm going to go. There's a reason why Spirit told me just to do it, so I'm going to do it. Even though I'm exhausted, it's 11:35. You guys, if you like a private reading, go ahead, just email me. That's in the description box. If you like to donate, go ahead. There's options to do so. It's greatly appreciated, you guys. I do put everybody in a notebook, right? I will show you what I did. Is I put and I wrote on the front right here an intention. I said, each name I write in this notebook, I send the intention of love and gratitude full of blessings. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing these beautiful souls to me. Thank you for trusting me to bring them clarity and truth they need to know. And so it is. See, I use that intention. And that right there is because I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I always try to give Spirit back something. All right. And I have I had to close a lot of karma, you guys. I'm not freaking, I am no saint. I wasn't a saint in this world. I didn't come in this world like, I mean, I did. I came in with like a different love. And that's why I went through, and that's why a lot of you guys have had traumas and experiences and done things that you don't understand why you did. Because you were actually sent here to break cycles and patterns and, certain things in your family line and then in the collective. And in order to break a curse, you had to unfortunately become the curse. You can't break a thumb unless you have a thumb, right? It's that obvious. I mean, it's truth. So when people are like looking at, criminals, right? People that are drug addicts or drug dealers or, stole from Walmart or whatever, stupid things. And they try to push that onto them as being some evil person for, can't get a job, right? It's wrong because they don't see the perspective that it's the truth. You guys are very strong, man. Takes some strong people to go through the stuff that we had to go through. You guys are awesome. I hope you know that. I could not be doing this without you. All you guys that said, I mean, what have you done? 2 hours and 7. Look at that. 207. That's Maine's area code, and it's also 27 in there. And 7 people are near right now with 7 likes. Another confirmation. Look at that. So I'm doing, I got to pull these cards. I know that. And then I'm ending this reading. I wonder how many views I'll have. Freaking 2 hour. Whoa, that one came flying out. We're going to take that one. Agarine. Huh. I've never seen that crystal. Hey, does anybody live in Arkansas or in that area? Curious. Because I'm going to try to take a trip. I'm actually hoping to move out of this state. I'm really hoping to go out west. I feel like I'm being drawn out there eventually. I definitely don't feel like I'm going to be a maid. I just feel like there's, in the card readings that I've been getting and a lot, I'm definitely moving. And I know that. I just don't know when. But I'm just tired of Maine. I hate the winter, man. I'm tired of like have to be inside all freaking winter. I hate it. I'm an outside door. I like to be outside. All right. So the first one is Agarine. I'll show you guys in a second. And look, the number 1, New Beginnings. Amazonite. I'm going to pull 3. 1, 2. I'm going to laugh. I get number 3. Oh. And then Rondonite. This was actually last time too, I believe. All right, let's read these quick and then close out this reading, guys. Thank you. Thank you for listening to my, kind of went off in tangents a little bit, but it needed to be said. All right, wow, it's the first. All right, number 1, integrity, solidarity, impeccability, reliability, and consistencies are the meanings. This is agarine. Can you guys see that? So I'd recommend this crystal if you're, it's probably good for high vibration, keep you in a state of integrity. Although we are always evolving, we all possess deeply held values that we do not have to compromise. Your personal integrity matters. So if you're feeling pressured to say yes when your heart says no, or to be something you're not, listen to the message of Agarine Spirit brings you. Now is time to remember the importance of being reliable and impeccable with your word. If you really wanted to, say no, don't say yes for now and try to correct your mistake later. People may struggle to accept your truth and your decisions, but stick to them. Be solid and consistent, because what matters to you deep down matters to the conscious universe who loves you. If you're feeling unsure, doubting whether you have a right to take a stand, become still and reconnect to the conscious universe through this crystal. It's not your job to protect everyone's feelings and to keep the peace at all costs. You don't have to rush about smoothing everything over. Be at peace as you stand firm, for your deepest values are in sync with your purpose, and the conscious universe wants you to feel and be strong right now. So like I'm coming on here and I'm speaking these messages, right? I know some people aren't gonna, I know that, but it doesn't matter. I have to speak them because I know I'm being called to, right? But I'm not like, no, if you say no and I'm wrong, right? I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna make you feel less than or make you feel, because what did I say? This is what I receive and what I channel, right? This is my truth. And if you have something that's outside of that, maybe there's something that I need to get from you too, right? So we're all part of the same thing, right? There's a relationship message. Do you struggle with trusting others? You need to trust yourself first. Our green spirit is calling you to be confident, for you deserve to trust yourself, trust the universe, and be true to yourself. Your strength and integrity will inspire others to show up as strong and reliable too. So be impeccable with your words. Consistently assert the values you hold dear and your rights you hold dear and your right to be your unique self, for there can be no well-being when you are denying your truth. Be a beacon of integrity and you will draw to you others who appreciate you. Yes. The four, what is it? What's that book now? The Four Agreements. Strongly recommend that book. Very powerful book. Prosperity message. Now is the time to be unfailing in your adherence to your values. Know where you are willing to bend and where you are not. Be in touch with the matters most to you, knowing that abundance takes many forms and will show up in many ways. Be fully present and impeccable in your financial transactions and dealings. If you have money decisions to make, meditate on what fair looks like. You will have greater clarity about where to make a stand and where a little compromise feels right. Guys, just speak your truth, man, right? Follow your heart. Don't deny yourself the blessings that are there, right? You have so much abundance and everything around you. It's amazing how much is around us. It really is. All right, Amazon Night. Truth, revelation, the evolution and natural flow of events. Not everything reveals itself right away in full detail. Wouldn't that be nice? But the conscious universe is unfolding a plan for you so much more brilliant than you could imagine. An Amazon Night Spirit is here to help you trust in the process and flow of revelation. Some things will be disclosed that may shake you up, but if so, it's all for your highest good, so pay close attention and go with it. The conscious universe prefers you to learn your lessons without suffering. So if you allow situations to fluidly evolve instead of trying to control them, you will, man, it's the same message I gave. You will see that much wisdom is being made available to you right now. Mind, body, and the conscious universe are interconnected. So be attentive to connections you previously overlooked or thought weren't such a big deal. Man, this is like freaking stab me right in the freaking heart, dude. They have more insights for you than you might have expected. What is unfolding will help you understand your purpose and find your destiny. You do not have to be a victim of fate. Your future, you don't have to be a victim of fate, with your future defined by repeating lessons learned in the past. You are being prepared for something awesome that you are already moving toward. Excitement and trust are in order. You guys, like I said, just let it go. Let it flow. And this just stabbed me in the heart, because what was I just saying? Like, yes, it took two to tango in that situation, right? But I am a conscious soul who should have saw the truth of what was actually taking place. And instead of allowing something to unfold and even giving it's a possibility, I had to project, because it was coming on to me, and I had to project it back when I should have just seen what it was. And I should have just loved that part, right? And I didn't. And that was a lesson. That was the releasing of an attachment and abandonment subconscious programming that I had in my mind that I didn't even know was still there, but it was. It's gone now. Better be, man. Well, like I said, you're always going to have those they're going to come up until you keep practicing at them, right? So what will happen is you'll see these same events or types of patterns will happen, and then each time you'll make better progress, right? So that's what's happening. Okay. Relationship message. Love is sometimes so blind, and when we see what we want to see, thus, hold on. Love is sometimes so blind, and we see what we want to see. Thus, we might need a little nudge from the conscious universe in order to become aware of something bigger on the horizon for us. Maybe this relationship isn't meant to be, but rather is here to prepare you for the one you most deserve. Or maybe it needs to change into a new and better form, and you have to let go so it can evolve naturally, perhaps developing into something deeper and more meaningful. Maybe what you have been worried about is an obstacle to trust and intimacy placed there to help you and your partner grow and becoming even more connected in love. Fear not, for what is being revealed is for your highest good, for the highest good of all. The conscious universe wants you to be happy and has much to teach you about getting in your own way. Be open to the revelations you are about to experience. Well, clearly, I just with humility admitted one. You know what I mean? And I will always do that, because that's how you help others heal, right? So, a lot of you guys maybe going through some relationship issues, and then that should have hit home, and it probably did. There's many people are going to watch this, and it's going to hit home if they make it 2 hours and 17 minutes. Some situation, this prosperity message. Situations change, requiring us to change too, but we like the familiarity of old patterns, even when they're not working. Now, however, has a potential future is revealing itself to you, you're feeling the challenge of letting go of the old and embracing the new. You have enough, and you are enough, but you still have some growing to do to fully embrace what is unfolding. So pay attention to what is being disclosed. Let go of your need to steer your boat and let the river of life carry you forward. Ask the conscious universe to help you be brave and enthusiastic as an unfamiliar map unfurls before you, and trust that its treasures will all be revealed when you are ready. Prosperity and abundance are your natural state, and you are returning to that. Open to the new plan now. Amazonite, man, Amazonite Spirit is calling you to tread a path that will take you away from the false beliefs about your potential. You guys have unlimited potential. Telling you, you can do anything you want to do. Anything. You have it in you. I know you do. All right. I was talking to a guy who's 68 today, man, and I was like, I would never know you were 68. And I was telling him, I was like, you can do anything you want to do. We can. Shit, man. Back before consciousness really got distorted, we used to live hundreds of years. There are actually people still here that are living that long. Believe it or not, they don't tell. There's there was a guy. There was up on the Tibetan mountains there, 250 years old. It's all documented and everything. And this was in the 1800s, because life force energy. All right, last card here, guys. I'm closing out the reading. Rhonda, harmony in relationships, easily connecting with others, generosity, reciprocity, discovering hidden talents to share with others. Can you see that? Cool. All right. Relationships help us to teach. Relationships help us to reach our destiny and discover our purpose, and people will come into our lives to be our angels on earth, offering love and encouragement and resources for building the lives we want for ourselves. Now is the time to connect to others in spirit of generosity. For Rondonite Spirit is here to help you form healthy partnerships that benefit everyone. Allies can be invisible or come in unexpected guises, so keep your eyes open. Listen to the little voice inside nudging you to reach out and extend a hand to someone you feel a connection to. This person might have invaluable ideas or solutions to offer you, or be the inspiration that helps you find the courage to move into unfamiliar territory and express gifts you may have not have known you had. And actually, I did have that happen tonight. I felt like I needed to message this person. Well, a thought came into my mind about a concept, and that person came up, and I reached out because I felt that. So don't be in a freaking box, man. Come out of your box. Start knowing you're creating, and you have nothing to worry, man. You create anything you want. If you're in a relationship and it's an issue that's going on, right, and you're fearing that it's not gonna work out the way you want it, well, stop fearing it. Stop even thinking of the outcome, and just let things unfold and be what you want it to be, and you'll see changes. The conscious universe works through people to. So think about connecting today, if not to an old friend or someone you love, then to someone you've been too shy to approach. Heal the belief that you should do it all yourself. We're in this together. We're meant to work in partnership, exchanging our gifts to better the whole world. And hence, this whole message is about uplifting you guys. You guys are so powerful. I hope you really leave this reading and knowing this in your heart. You have the power to create any reality you want. You have been doing it incorrectly. We all have. It's time now we come together and we encourage each other and we push each other and you know, we help each other in the ways that, we would help our own children. That's what we need to do to each other. Relationship message. All of us have gifts to share and a deep longing to be needed. So open up to a partnership that allows both of you to give and receive. Now is a time for you to reach out and take what is freely offered and to recognize a continual flow of reciprocity between you and the people in your life. If you are feeling too enmeshed with someone and wondering where you end and that person begins, spend a little time connecting with Ronanite Spirit to reestablish healthy yet fluid boundaries that allow a balance between you and the people you care about. When you are generous yet aware of your worth, giving with a healthy sense of self, you attract those who respond to in kind. Exactly. So it is always got to be equal give and take, you guys. If it is not equal give and take, then that person is not understanding of how partnerships are supposed to work, right? We are not supposed to give, and not receive. It's not, you're supposed to love unconditionally, yes. But when you're overly giving your energy and you're not knowing where you stand in a certain relationship, it's telling you that that person is not able to fulfill you, or they're not there emotionally or on some other type of level. Usually that's not a type of love. And it's not that they don't love you in the sense that they know that I've been taught what love is. That's what it is that they believe love is something different than what it is. And you have the right to want something. You have the right to want it the way you want it, right? You have the right as long as it's in alignment and you're equally giving energy. Relationships are about equal give and take. Any partnerships, right? You go to business and you work for a business, right? You get paid, right? You don't go there and say, "Hey, I'm gonna work for free this week." Hey, I like you, George. I'm gonna work for free. It's not how it works. Prosperity message. Remember that healer. Remember that healer you meant to check out. That advisor you said you wanted to contact. Rondonite Spirit has come to say now is the time to reach out. Connect with someone who can help you mend what has become frayed or even broken, so you can ensure your prosperity will flow again. Perhaps it's time you explored some of your hidden talents and revealed them. You are called now to be a fearless and generous. Abundant help is available to you, and there is much more you can do to experience wealth. Take a class, learn from an expert in an area where you feel unsure, and soon you will see that you are rich in resources. People will show up with plenty to give. time, money, guidance, whatever it is you need. Prosperity is your natural state. And in working with others in partnership right now, you'll find it easier to believe that and manifest whatever it is you value. Yes, guys, that is true. And that's cool because I actually just met the person I got my haircut at the last 2 times. I, presented my gifts to her and blew her away. And the second time I met one of the owners, and she was like, "Oh, bring your cards." And I didn't charge them because I know what I was doing. They also do massages and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I have taken Reiki training, right? And I want to go further into it. So today, that person's name popped up in my mind. And I was like, wow, because I used to be a marketing, I used to work for marketing firms, doing promoting businesses. And, I was a sales agent selling cars and, a whole bunch of different stuff, right? Well, it dawned on me that I'm going to now go, I already figured it out. I'm going to present something to her. So then I'm going to build clientele off her clientele, but also I'm going to bring her 200 new customers and save her $10,000 on her freaking advertising cost. So that type of stuff is coming if you're being aware of it and taking action towards it, right? It's time to be fearless, you guys, because you don't have nothing to fear. Spirit is backing you up. If you've done the work, you have nothing to fear. If you know the truth, you have nothing to fear. Death has no sting on you. So what do you have to fear? All your loved ones, right? They're going to be going right with you to the next energy. You know what I mean? You're not ever losing anything. You're always gaining something. So don't be scared anymore. Allow yourself to be loved. Allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to get out there and, go freaking skinny dipping with somebody or, just go have fun. But be, intelligent too. Come from the heart space. Connect with people. Don't be hiding. You don't have no, they've taught us that we have to be scared, that there's demons and the world's coming after us and this is going to happen and that's going to happen. Well, now, I just told you this whole video, 2/27, that is my birthday. And I'm ending in it right on this time, you guys. That's another confirmation. I just gave you keys, huge keys to your life. You should now you're liberated. It should liberate you. You are creating your reality. That is the truth. If you're putting fear into the field, you're going to get it back. The infinity sign. What you get out, what you put out is what you're going to get. And what you are is what you're going to get. So thank you guys for being here on this long video. I appreciate you dealing with my tangents. I appreciate the comments that I will have to go back and read. I apologize. It's hard to keep up with all the comments, right? But know that I appreciate you guys more than you know. I couldn't be here doing this. It's a blessing to have the chance to meet so many beautiful people, to interact with them, to have different views and opinions of things and not have to argue and stand your ground. You know what I mean? I'm tired of that competitive I can't do it anymore. And this is a great chance to have that. I don't have to fight. I stand in truth and I speak the truth and I come from the heart. If I'm trying to show you guys something about yourself, right? I'm not doing it to say you're a bad person. I'm not doing it to say you're wrong. I'm doing it because Spirit is using me as a avenue to speak a liberation to you, to lift you out of something so that you can be in a harmonic cycle, a harmonic state. You can start bringing things towards you that you desire. Love is around you guys. All those that are desiring love, it's there. But there's a reason why it's not manifesting. It's something you're doing. It probably is right there at the press. It's probably right there, and you probably did what I did. Didn't allow it to unfold. So that's for many of you. Also, somebody wants to do something career-wise and kind of been hesitating. I feel like it's starting your own thing. Whatever it is, start making actions. Just little things at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to have all the answers, but just start making that progress. If it's a new job you want to go get, you're never going to know unless you try, right? You're being asked to listen to your intuition. If your intuition's guiding you to do it, it's time. The time is now, you guys. It is harvest. You're getting ready to reap. So, and also you're getting ready to plant seeds so that you can reap at the end of the in the fall. And remember, every seed that is planted in love and truth this season is double portion harvest. I've channeled that. It is the truth. Everything will turn to gold. All right, guys. Much love, much light. I'll see you tomorrow night, 9:30. I'll be back. I don't know what I'll do for a reading. I'll figure it out. You guys, if you have any like suggestions, and you have me on Facebook. If you don't, in the about section of the page, there is the Facebook group link. Link up with us. And if you guys are on the group and you're not my friend, right? Some of you guys, that I've been communicating, friend request me. Let's start connecting. We got to get this shit on the road, man. We got to get this gathering. It's got to happen. Because I'm talking like I want people to come there and to be healed. No more cancer. Bye-bye. Right? I'm serious. These are miracles that are going to happen. And if you guys believe it, and we all come together and we believe it, it will happen because it is a law. It's how the universe works. All right, guys. Much love, much light.